What's up, YouTube? This is TheBillyBobHD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Hearts of Iron IV. We are playing as Legionary Romania. Last episode we got into a pretty nasty nuclear war with UK up here towards the north of Ireland. And we've actually now made progress, and we've significantly... Let's see if I switch back over to regular map mode here. We have nuked Manchester, Liverpool. I think we got Yorkshire as well. It looks like we did. We're down to 15 nukes. Did I kill a bunch of their population? And since I've been nuked back, my national unity is actually down to 5% there. If we check out UK, back over this way, you can see that they're 32% towards capitulation. And UK has to control 92% of victory points when it has 75% or less. Very good. Yeah, and you can see right here, excuse me, it wasn't 75%. It was 25% here, national unity. And that's due to us taking over, you know, Ireland right here, and then also taking over and also nuking all of northern UK up here. Pretty cool. Birmingham and such, we're not able to really get in there and nuke at all because they've got all of their fighters stacked up here near London, which makes sense for them. It's going to be pretty tough to get into that, right? Air Wings with no mission. We've got a fighter group here of 200 fighters that are standing by that need an assignment. And I'm almost wondering if I want to go ahead and shove them over here into northern England like that. We'll go ahead with air superiority like that now. So we've got 400 fighters stuck into this area, which is good. Other things going on, right? We've got the war over here on the Eastern Front, headed up by my Field Marshal, Purple Group here. Air Wings with no mission now. The strategic bombers, yeah. You're just going to stay there for me. Or actually, let's assign you to Northern England and continue with the strategic bombing there, because we're going to try to stack up some additional nukes as we move forward. Cool. Back over this way now. If I go ahead and unpause it. So I've got my offensive line drawn here for these guys to try to take some additional pieces of China, which holds a significant amount of territory. So as the Soviet Union collapsed, right, that opened the door for us to walk in and capture all this territory. You can see with the Germans holding that, and then the Chinese over this way as well. Our newest acquisition, of course, has been Ireland, which has been pretty cool. Now, let's see if... Okay, yeah. So me throwing those strategic bombers into the mix here has caused England to throw in, let's see, what is it, like 800 fighters or so? So we're holding strong with those 400 fighters, but I'm going to go ahead and reassign you guys back over here to Ireland just to save some of those. Ace pilot promoted, very good. And we're not going to give you a mission right now, right? You're assigned to Ireland, but you're not going to bomb anything. We also tried a makeshift invasion up here into Scotland, which went very badly. The Allies actually ended up completely decimating my 6 invasion units, then went into there, and that did not go well at all. Swinging back over here to the Eastern Front now. You know, we've been microing this a lot, and I'm almost wondering if it's time to give it up a little bit, because, oh, this is interesting. We could probably mount an attack this way. We're going to show it green 54. If I take the Hungarian division in support of that, it's going to move it up to a green 61 there in the lower right. Anywhere else that we could poke and prod? This tank division, I'm going to continue having you roll there towards the east just to take that additional territory for us. And we have gained a little bit of manpower up to 84k now. Oh, it's actually time to continue our land doctrine move here. So 194 days on the Kampfgruppe, if I say that right. All infantry and motorized tech recovery rate at 0.2. Organization plus 10. Planning speed plus 20%. So those are some decent bonuses there that we're going for. We're also working on Marines 3. And that's really going to finish out what we've been working on in terms of overall research and such. Yes, I know we have low manpower. A humongous deficit in steel now as well. And we do not have a lot of options on the open market. You can see down here towards the left. That would be wasting factories if I were to purchase any more from those other countries. We've got 14 civilian factories currently working on trying to repair a ton of that Irish industry. Whoops. A ton of that Irish industry, right? And you can see the planes now flying overhead. Air wings with no mission. Of course, it's just that one strategic bomber group for the moment, so that's good. How many extra jet fighters do we have? Over 1,000. So I've got 700 plugged into the English channel at this time. And so, you know, I'm thinking we can almost plug in some additional fighters here. So if I take this one and bump you up by 300, that's going to bump you up to 1,000 at least, which will be assigned to the English channel. I've got 500 naval bombers in there as well. So that should give us the green light over here in the English channel, at least give us that advantage that we've been looking for. 16 nukes now that we've built up. I don't know if it's time to go ahead and try to bomb Liverpool again. Yeah, 400 fighters sitting there for us now. We've got the 500 fighters in Scotland and Northern Ireland there, which is nice. This is the attempted Lanark there. That's where we attempted to run in with a new invasion unsuccessfully. Moving back over here now to... Oh, new Afghan. What are they, fascist? Yes, they are. Interesting. It looks like they have an Asian/Chinese leader, fascist leader there. That's interesting. Could be just something that they haven't updated yet. More portraits and such. All right, excellent. This tank division now rolling through very nicely. Come on in, boys. Come on in. All right. They have finally made it and made the trek across. Handsome killed over the English channel. Well, shit. Hate to see that. This guy here and here and here. We're going to do a multiple pronged attack like this, surrounding these two Chinese divisions from all sides. Moving down to, yeah, we're moving up to 89 now, I should say. This is another sweet spot right here. And I could tell this Romanian division to go in and support those Turkish troops trying to make moves for us. Very good. This guy, you can continue driving forward. This guy as well. So making moves now, driving eastwards. Down to 66k now in manpower. Soon enough, it's coming up soon, in another couple months or so, when we get the extra manpower reserve, we're going to start building new, recruiting new divisions, training them up, and then the plan is to actually transport them back over here to Ireland or northern France and see if we can't get a new invasion force going. I've got plenty of extra convoys and jet fighters as well. Southern England here, we haven't even touched that, right? Just because I've surrounded them here in the north and south. English channel now, we've got those 1,000 fighters in there that are working to our favor. Let's check the stats, though, because in the past couple months, wow, we've lost 700 or so, and they have lost only 500. So that's kind of a bummer. We are producing over 13 new jet fighters per day, which is a lot. That is a ton of jet fighters. Looking back now at this overlay, and we're looking green across Europe, which is great. Oh, we're experiencing some red over here. What's going on? You two can actually go in and support against that failed invasion for me. That'll go great. I'm going to have you actually host that there. This tank division, keep rolling forward from the south. Very nice. Oh, we've got some strategic bombing going on as well. And who's that coming from? Okay, that's coming from my enemies. So, I need to stand up some air protection over here. Cannot use these air bases that have been decimated. Do we have any air bases that we could use, potentially? No, this one. It can fit 400 fighters, so I think that's exactly what we're going to do. The Billy Backdoor Buster 2. So some of my best jet fighters that we're producing out, I'm going to distribute over here to the east, and hopefully you can protect us a little bit against some of that strategic bombing that we're seeing going on. You're going to come in like this. Meanwhile, you're going to come in like this and attack while they're on the move. Very nice. This guy as well, you're going to move forward. Continue marching this way, guys. Very good. This feels good, just clicking my way through here. Okay, they're starting to stack up a little bit. We've got, British units for the first time that we're seeing over here. That's going to be a little scary, right? However, we are still moving forward down this way. So getting that tank division to roll forward a little bit further. It is March 1956, so the springtime should be hitting this area sometime soon. Okay, now we're starting to hit a line where the landmass opens up significantly around Mongolia here, around this whole horn, I guess I'll say. The Horn of China. We're getting counterattacked, it looks like. And we're going to hold up very nicely against that. Take the tanks and drive them a little bit further. How are our frontline forces doing? We need some manpower, of course. Infantry equipment's looking good as well. If I go up to my infantry equipment here, we're losing 450 per day. However, we've got a humongous stockpile there, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as we're only producing out 12 of those per day. How's everything else looking down this way? Pretty good. Liking that, liking that. And nice, we're going to move you guys forward as much as possible. These three divisions can actually take a move there and start digging in. Continuing to move this way as well. 2 divisions here that we can march forward. Oops. That's not going very well. That is definitely the bulk of their stack there. And then, okay, tank division moving forward. We will also move forward these infantry divisions as well. That Italian division. Very good. Let's double check on the African front down here. Okay, very good progress. You can see the Germans now holding a lot of this territory that we've got down here, and we've been trying to poke through wherever possible, trying to conserve that manpower again. You guys are taking some attrition, so why don't you go ahead and move into that territory. Does that have some infrastructure in it? It's got 2, so that should be okay from a supply standpoint. Very good. Let's double check on our air wings now. Those strategic bombers. Okay, the fighters now. I'm going to assign you properly like this. And let's see what their efficiency is. 51%. So that's going to at least help, I think, disrupt the bombing that's going on over here. Because the Chinese have decided to bomb us. I wish there was a way to see who's contributing those planes for the enemy there. Move you forward. Whoops. Actually, stay put. That's not going to work out very well. Can you go forward? Yeah? We'll move in some additional guys in support like this and this. That might be a failed battle, however. We can bring the tank division in from the north there and try to really crack on these 5 divisions that we're seeing. These Turkish guys are dug in, so we can add you to the mix as well, just to help with that breakthrough. And that's looking good. Up to 16 nukes now. And the Germans are slowly stacking units up there towards the east. But they really have divisions all over the map. Last episode, too, we had a couple of different pockets that were causing some problems right here. So 10 divisions that they have just completely surrounded, I guess. And then, oh, nice. Ventilla, Sunshine, Buduskow shot down the devil. Love it. You can see the Allies also hold this northern part of Norway still up in the mountains, so they're making a big stand there. Still have my crappy little 4, 7, 8 divisions there guarding in Ireland. I'm scared to go ahead and press this go button for this guy because it's going to represent a big potential loss in manpower, I think. They are investing a little bit in Scotland here with some additional fighters. We've shot down a ton of their support units as well. Ace pilot promoted, good. Seems like we've always got a new ace coming in whenever we need him, which is really, really convenient. How are we looking down this way now? Pretty good. The Brits still holding this territory over here. We've surrounded them in Somalia, which is good to see. Okay, the Brits came into this little territory that I was trying to move into and solidified that pretty nicely. So let's mount an attack from both sides like this. Hopefully our allies will support us even better in that area. But you can see now with all of these units stacked up, we're experiencing that crap-ass attrition. Like, for example, I've got 4 units in here that we can try to help push down in. That's going to show a green 87 now. Can bring this cavalry in even. So this city here, Angola, trying to capture Angola away from... This is an enemy Mexican unit, it looks like. Even though he's showing as being a volunteer for the UK. Pretty nuts. Double check on this now. 126 days left on that Kampfgruppe. But it is nice to have some of those extra bonuses that are happening for us. Last couple of days, we've lost 1 fighter over here in Ireland, so that's good. We've at least got that air cover going for us. 90% efficiency, 90%, and 90%, so that's a pretty good figure. While we're still on the air over here, let's go see... Oh, efficiency of 0% now for this air wing. Troops bombed a significant number. But we have shot down 275 of their bombers, which is good. Why are we showing at such a low efficiency, though? It's probably because we are so far away from the front. I don't know if we have the appropriate range there to really be able to help out. But we are about to roll in on some new air bases. For example, this guy, he's about to get into that one. We can bring these 3 divisions down now and start trying to encircle these other Chinese divisions that are popping up right through here. What else? They've got 3 divisions there. We could actually poke through right there very nicely. Almost wondering if it makes sense now to continue driving this way. That's only going to show it at 23. I can bring in these 2 divisions as well. They are dug in very nicely. That's not going to go well for us. So you guys go ahead and quit that offensive really quickly and save your manpower. This guy, okay. We're going to have to let some of these other Hungarian troops sort of get up towards the front before we actually keep pushing forward with this tank division because we're significantly outnumbered over here. Logistics-wise, modern tank, we've got a humongous amount of modern tanks in the stockpile right now. Tons of artillery. If I go here and try and see, it's going to cost me 12,000 manpower in order to start training new divisions. And so that is quite a big hit to my 83k balance that we've got sitting there right now in an effort to try and get some more guys over onto the UK mainland there. These, yeah, and then these fighters getting absolutely chewed up there in the English Channel. And then you can see now we've got a big need left. So let's see what the stats look like here in the English Channel. Over the past couple months, we've lost, whoa, oh, like 2,075 fighters. 2,750, I should say. These are 2,300, almost 3,000 fighters that the British have lost. So eventually, you would think that their fighter production would decrease, especially since I've been nuking over here a lot of their industry and such. Have they rebuilt this stuff at all? It does not look like it to me. We've just carpet bombed them all over the place. Okay, it may be time to nuke back up here in Scotland. It looks like they've repaired, at least here in Lothian. So, let's drop one there, and we'll drop another nuke there. So now down to 14 nukes, but let's watch these actually pop off for us. Very good. Edinburgh and Rosyth. Yeah. So you see, now you can start to see those red bars returning, which means that they are still completely useless up here. So having them waste their civilian manpower is pretty cool, at least. Right here, they're trying to repair that dock, but about halfway through it. So we'll just keep that in mind. We've struck the Brits again with 2 additional nukes. Okay. I wonder if this city of Wales down here in Cardiff might be a good invasion area. Because it is technically part of... It is technically part of Northern England, where we hold air superiority, which is good news. 3.1 million people as well. That may be a good target for us to look at in terms of invading. If we can actually just get a little foothold right here, that would be sweet. But again, waiting on this research, right, at 100 days now. So I'm going to bump it up to speed 4 just for the time being, just to see if we can get that to work a little bit faster for us. And yeah, showing at 98 days now, actually. So we will see. We will see. Germans stacking up heavily now against Xinjiang. I'm almost wondering if they are planning an invasion there. Turn on my allies' invasion plans now, and nothing right now for into Xinjiang or Mongolia by the Germans. Really nothing else going on, except you can see now these plans in Africa from my allies, and that looks like Italian strategic plans that we're looking at right now. A big plan right now to invade British Raj as well, which would be pretty sweet. Let's remove that just because it's confusing. Here's my offensive plan now, back over here in the east. Got a little pocket that's popped out now here. I can actually move in these guys. I will tell this tank division to swing down as well, just to help break that up. Still showing as green and 68, moving up into the 70s now, which is fantastic. Strategic bomber still placed over there. He's going to hold my nukes. Very good. Production-wise, have we started on any... No, we haven't started on any carriers or anything yet. Even though we have the appropriate... We do have the appropriate research available to them. It might be nice to have some carriers with some fighters that are produced back out here into the Atlantic. And let's double check the naval superiority out here. Actually looking pretty decent, at least on the Iberian coast, Bay of Biscay. English Channel-wise, we're actually showing as superior. 61%. That's pretty nice to see as well. And I'm wondering, you know, the Americans obviously are going to have a humongous navy that will be a humongous threat to us eventually. Very good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this has been the TheBillyBobHD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and or comment if you've enjoyed my content, and we'll catch you next time.